Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mayabel. Oh my God, beautiful faces. It's nice to be here today. I'm actually honored to be here with each and every one of you. So my name is Golda Ntoko. She gave a little bit about me, but I'm honored to be here today to talk about the International Day of the Girl Child. So this year, the theme, which is girls value the future, girls and value the future. It's actually a very powerful theme because it has four words in it which are very, very powerful. Girls values the future. So I have a couple of things I noted down, so don't mind if you see me looking down. I'm just trying to remember what. I'm a bit shaky because I was running up and down, looking for the parking and all of that. So, like I said, this year's theme actually has four words which are very powerful: girls, values, and the future. And we all know that when women are empowered, communities thrive, nations thrive, and everyone around them thrives as well. Families do thrive. And right now we're talking about values which you have to have as a lady or as girls, which would set you up for the future which you really want to achieve. So let me begin with one truth. You are valuable. Do not allow anyone to make you feel less. Your value was with you the day you were born, and it will carry you to the day you die. And I want each and every one of us to understand that you cannot go through life without values, without principles. And today I'd like to talk about three values which we can, inculcate in our daily lives that can help us through our journey. And I want to share these three values. Today we're talking about self-worth and confidence, education and lifelong learning, leadership and integrity. So let's go through all this together. The first we have knowing your worth, which is building your self-confidence. And I believe that when a girl understands her worth, she speaks differently, she walks differently, she makes decisions differently, and she doesn't settle for less than what she deserves. And the world we live in today will try to fool you, to tell you lies. Oh, you're not beautiful enough. You're not tall enough. You're not, all those things that social media tries to tell us. They're all lies. I do not want you to believe that, because your self-worth doesn't come from the number of likes you have on a photo, the number of followers you have on Instagram. Those things are meant to keep you still, because you think that, oh, because I posted this picture, I have 2 likes. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not enough. So maybe I'm not qualified to do something that I want to do. Do not believe those lies. And there are 2 things that happen when you grow confidence. When you affirm yourself every day and when you step out of your comfort zone. So I want you to do this every day. Remind yourself of one strength you have or one thing that you're proud of. And every time you try something new, you build courage muscles. So girls who know their worth are able to stand up to peer pressure and avoid harmful relationships and make choices that lead to a brighter future. So my first challenge to you today is to start something like, I call it a value journal, where every day you write down one thing you like about yourself and one strength you've shown over time and one proud moment you've had every week. Over time, you see how powerful and capable you truly are. So the second thing I'd like to talk about again is education and lifelong learning. So education is just more than going to school. It's a mindset. It's the hunger to grow, to want to learn more, to ask questions, And when you educate yourself, when the woman educates herself, she becomes very powerful. You see that you can do anything that you put your mind to do. So in a world that is changing fast as us, you should never ever stop learning. You have to keep learning. Every day you're learning something new. And every girl who commits to learning gains a key that opens doors to independence, leadership, and innovation. So whether you dream of becoming a teacher, a scientist, an entrepreneur, or an artist, just anything, just know that learning is your passport. And I want you to remember that education breaks barriers. It breaks the barriers of poverty. It breaks the barriers of stereotype. It breaks the barriers of impossible, you know, the things that people make you to feel like are impossible to achieve. Through education, you can achieve them. And we also understand that learning isn't just about textbooks. It's not just about textbooks. It's about developing your digital skills, understanding technology, and building your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is very important as a woman because by virtue of being a woman, you're very emotional. So when you learn how to control your emotions, you would see that there's so many things that you do out of, you know, your emotions. Which when you learn how to control your emotions, you'll see that there's so many things that you do better because you have learned how to control those emotions. Because sometimes you take an action, you do something, and then you tend to realize that, oh no, I should have done this better. Probably that time you're in your feelings, you're on your period, something. You could be on your period, you know. We all know that it happens. So learning isn't just about those textbooks. Yeah, you have to learn how to think critically and how to solve problems as well. So these are the tools that will prepare you for the jobs and opportunities of tomorrow. So I want you to ask yourself today, what skill will I be learning today? And who can I ask to mentor me? Mentorship is very important, especially in the Black community. I'll say we minimize mentorship because we feel like you know too much, or you minimize the next person. You think, like, oh, what does this person know that I do not know? But you fail to understand that people have a lot to gain. You have a lot to gain from people through their experiences. Someone who has been there before you, someone who has done something before you. You could learn something from them. People who can hold you accountable, those are mentors. So another thing I want you to challenge yourself is to ask yourself, what book can I read this month? 2 years ago, I started something where I try to read a book a month, one book every month. It seems impossible, but if you commit yourself to it, we have 24 hours in a day. I know that life gets busy, we're working, we're doing stuff, but if you commit your time to learning, I started it 2 years ago, and you'll be shocked at the number of books I have read. Currently, I'm reading there's this book on emotional intelligence. I'll have Mayabel to leave the link to on Amazon. It is a very powerful book for ladies. Trust me, when you learn to control your emotions, you conquer so many things at your job site, at your family. Are you a wife? Are you a mom? The moment you put your emotions together, you would see that your life starts coming together. And when you make learning a lifelong habit, you're not just waiting for the future, you are shaping it. So the third thing I also like to talk about is leadership and integrity. Most of the times when we hear of leadership, we start thinking of presidents, we start thinking of CEOs, you start thinking of people with titles. But we fail to understand that leadership is not a title. Leadership is not a title, and it is influence. Leadership is influence. If you're able to influence people, if you're able to influence somebody, you are a leader. So it begins with where you are and what you have right now. You can lead in your classroom by starting a project. You can lead in your family by setting examples for your younger ones to follow. You can lead in your community by speaking up for something which is a problem in that community. Those are aspects of leadership. You don't have to have a title to be a leader. But one thing we have to understand is that leadership without integrity is like building a house on sand. What is integrity? Integrity is when you do the right thing when no one is watching. You being able to be honest to yourself, you being able to do things whether someone is looking at you or not. That is how people get to trust you. That is how people get to follow you. That is how people get to believe in you when you have integrity. So here's my challenge for you. So I want you to start one small positive action this month. Maybe organize a cleanup day at school, start a reading club, mentor a younger girl, or campaign for something that improves your community. No action is too small. And that said, I've shared with you 3 values today, which is self-worth, learning, and leadership. But a speech only matters if you put action into it. So right now, I want you to take a moment, everyone who is listening to me. I see very young girls here who are like my younger sisters, like my daughters. I have a son who is 9 years old. So I believe that a lot of us have a lot to learn as girls. I was once a girl. Now I'm a mom, I'm a wife, but I learned so many things over the years, which have carried me through up until where I am now. And right now, I want you all to take a moment and close your eyes for 10 seconds. If you can, please. Close your eyes for 10 seconds. Think about the future that you want. What kind of woman do you want to become? Just 10 seconds. And then you ask yourself these 2 questions. What is one value I will commit to living by starting from today? What is one dream I will start planning for this year? You don't need to say it out loud. You can just write it down. Talk to someone, tell someone about it, tell a mentor, someone who can hold you accountable. Just talk to anybody. And because the future begins with the choices you make today. So I want you to always remember this. Girls who know their worth, who value learning, and who lead with integrity, they just don't build their own future. They change the future for all of us. And you're not too young. You're not too young. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not too young to build the future that you want. It starts now. There's so many things. I'm in my 30s, but there's so many things I started learning now. I wish I learned them earlier, but I tell myself every day it's not too late. The earlier, the better. And right now is the only time I have to make that change for myself. So repeat after me, please. I am valuable. I'm capable. I am the future. Thank you very much. And go for to build the life that you deserve. Thank you.